You're here to receive a very special psychic prescription. It's much like a weather report for how to best work and play with the universal energies that will be available this week. And that's the week from the 19th of September to the 25th of September 2020. I'm Kylie Savage Psychic, and this is the weekly Oracle card reading. I just want to say thank you to the lovely Brooke at Aesthetics Plus, because I've been filming for almost the whole year with no eyebrows. I gave up on the whole thing, and the beauty salons had to shut down. And unfortunately, Brooke, she broke her wrist, so she wasn't there. And it all worked out beautifully. So thank you, Brooke. I'm so glad to see that you're back. And I have a regular appointment scheduled now to keep my eyebrows happening. Oh, it's all the little things, isn't it? I also want to share some exciting news with you. Danielle Teal and I will be doing a Facebook Live church service for Campbelltown Spiritualist Church tomorrow. So you need to go over there now and click like on their Facebook page and click on the event that you're going, and then you'll get a notification, a reminder of when we're going live. So, Campbelltown Spiritualist Church, their Facebook page, it's tomorrow night, which is Sunday, 5 p.m. And yet two mediums will be sharing the service, and we had a little bit of a practice. We had quite a lot of tech glitches, so we've come up with Plan C, I think it is. And we will see you tomorrow night there on Facebook. So remember, Campbelltown Spiritualist Church, 5 p.m. Sunday. It's terrific that, we've been able to still have church services, and please consider donating as well to, all the churches and the people who are, getting services happening when we can't meet in person. And I really do look forward to the day where we can all be back in person together. I think that is going to be really exciting. And I tell you what, I don't think we're going to take it for granted as much as what we probably have before, being able to congregate. Okay, and if you want to know anything about Campbelltown Spiritualist Church, just go over there and contact them. Now, I'm just checking out my notes. I want to let you know I have a giveaway. It's on my page, Kylie Savage Psychic, at Facebook. It's to help me get to 500 likes on my page. Believe it or not, I've been on Facebook forever. My businesses have had different names, and I've had different, Facebook pages for different reasons, played around with it, been creative. But I've stuck with Kylie Savage Psychic for quite a while. And the last page I had before, it was going up, was nearly 1,000 likes. It was going great guns, and then Facebook changed everything. So as you know, if you're going for organic reach, the progress and the growth can be very, very slow. But I don't give up. I hang in there. I be persistent and consistent, and you'll see I have hashtags shared on my page every day. So I would love for you to go ahead and like and follow my page on Facebook and tag your friends in the giveaway. It's pinned to the top of the page. I'm giving away 3 mini psychic readings. We can catch up on Zoom or have them by email. And I'm going to draw the first prize winner very soon, and I'll be doing that on Facebook. Okay, what else do I have to... Oh, were you at Oracle Card Secrets with Colette Baron-Reid? Colette Baron-Reid is doing 3 live workshops, and the fantastic thing for people in Australia is they've been at 9 a.m. in the morning. So much better than like 1 o'clock in the morning, like Oracle Palooza. And she's been giving away great prizes. You can win a swag box. You can win a 30-minute reading with Colette. So I'm like, oh, fingers crossed. All the details and everything over there with Colette's stuff. It's not too late. Go and sign up. Oracle Card Secrets, and you'll be able to get the replay for the workshops. So we did workshop number 2 today, and there'll be number 3. For us, it will be on Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. Definitely worth it. The other thing I did was, when Colette did Oracle Palooza, she introduced, and before that, the 7 Energies Challenge, she was introducing the 7 Energies Oracle card deck, which I've been reading from, and I'm going to read from today. And she was doing a meditation specifically created for each energy center. And you can buy those. So go over to Colette scroll down to her shop and then look at meditations. Click on that. And what happens is you get sent them as an MP3. I download them on my phone and I can also download them on my desktop. They're so beautiful. Colette's meditations, I've had her very early ones. I think these are the best. I really think they are. They're beautiful music. Her voice is easy to listen to. It's a terrific guided visualization. Very, very easy to listen to. And they just leave you feeling amazing. So, yeah, shout out for Colette's Oracle Card Secrets and her meditations. And the deck. Look, if you're thinking about buying a new deck, I highly recommend this deck. If you want to know anything about it, get in touch with me. The other thing is, I launched Kylie's Oracle Circle. So, my own circle, it's a free Facebook group. Go and jump over there and make sure you fill out all the membership questions correctly, and you'll get automatic approval. Pardon me. It's growing. It's just started. I'm going to be doing lots of teaching there, lots of fun. We have hashtag posts, and it's based around oracle cards, but I don't mind. We've been talking about tarot. We've been talking about all sorts of things. Somebody's been asking about spellcraft and magic, so it's okay. It's growing very organically, which I like, and it's really going to be led by the members and their interests and what they want to learn about. So if you've always wanted to learn how to read oracle cards, if you want to learn a safe, supportive, friendly, fun, interactive group, go over and join Kylie's Oracle Circle on Facebook. Okay, I think that's it. It's time to breathe. Okay, nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's just arrive right here in this moment. Hands on heart and breathing. Isn't that nice? Just a moment to pause, come into the now before we keep going. And I want for you to think of a number intuitively between 1 and 6, and I want for you to go ahead and choose that now. Right. That number is the number of the card whose message will just be a little bit more relevant for you and for whatever's going on with you in your life right now. Remember too, you can always book a personal reading with me, and I will have some specials coming up soon, right before my prices go up again. There'll be some changes to that. So you can book a psychic 1-question reading with me. At the moment, that's $77.50 AUD, or you can book a 3-question psychic reading with me, which is $155 AUD. So get in quick. I think it's October, the prices go up. Right, if you chose card number 1, this is our anchor card, and it's feeling the world. And I don't know about you, but I can so relate to this. A lot of people have been talking about feeling super, super tired, having this lethargy come over them, and not really knowing what it's connected to, or where it's emanating from. What is this tiredness about, and this deep fatigue? And I know for myself, I want to be in bed by 8 o'clock at night, and then in the morning I'm hitting the snooze button and I don't want to get out of bed. And what I've come to understand is it's my anxiety and depression, which are kind of flaring badly at the moment, but it's pandemic fatigue. And I think I talked about this earlier. I heard Mia Friedman, Mama Mia, saying with anxiety, the 2 responses to it are to be an overachiever or an underperformer. And I realized that, when the pandemic hit and we went into lockdown, I just went into overachieve mode. I was there for my family. I exhausted myself and kept my eyes open all day, just like I was switched on from the moment I got out of bed, in that fight or flight response, really. And I just couldn't relax, not till I went to bed. And I realized this is like the counterbalance to that. So I went through this period of, overachieving, staying awake, rush, 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 being really on it in that really, heightened state of alertness, that hyper aroused state. to now feeling like I just want to switch off and go to sleep. Feeling more the depression end of my mental health challenges. So if you're feeling that too, of course, go to the doctor, go and get it checked out, see if it's, your iron levels are low. Women, we have chronically, low iron levels a lot because we don't get enough nutrition from our food, the right vitamins and minerals and the right balance of them. Our foods can be very deficient in things like iron, magnesium, all that. Definitely check about magnesium, go and see a naturopath, go and see your doctor. But when I say that you could possibly be experiencing pandemic fatigue, if that lands and resonates for you, it feels right in your body, feels like an intuitive yes, then, just sit with that and see where that takes you. And see if the awareness of that, like it's not enough to just be aware of something. Then we need to say, okay, well, what's the next right action do we need to take? So in this case, it's like, understanding that fatigue and saying, right, well, for me, it's about upping the self-care. And if I want to go to bed at 8 o'clock, well, I'll go to bed at 8 o'clock. I've been bookending meditations. Well, I definitely do it every night, but I haven't been doing it so much in the morning. And I really love, there's a mantra, it's Om Namo Narayani, I think. Or it might be Namaha. Anyway, not sure. But anyway, I can put it in the comments. It's a guy called Joshua Barr. And then it says topic on the end, and it's on YouTube. So I chant the mantra out aloud, and I learnt mantra meditation with David G. It is one of the very, very best forms of meditation. If you want to learn how to train, I call it the 6 team of wild horses trying to take you off a cliff, like in the cowboys and the western movies. So yeah, if you want to learn how to discipline your mind and use it as the evolutionary tool that it is, mantra meditation. Drop in on that. Okay, so feeling the world is also, if you're watching this, you're a psychic, you're empathic, you're intuitive, you're into the woo-woo, you're into spirituality, and you're in deep, and you want to know, what other tools and techniques you can gather along your path. You want to know how to deepen your spiritual experiences. You want to know how to understand yourself as a spiritual being, having a human experience. So, and you're very empathic. And what does that mean exactly? The word empath's been bandied around a lot. I don't think people really understand what it means. And what it means is you are very open and vulnerable and sensitive, and you are very your boundaries can get very, very blurred. So what if part of pandemic fatigue is just feeling so much for other people and processing? This is a big thing that's been happening for a while, processing all the unconscious feelings and thoughts and stuff and karma that other people won't consciously process. I feel like the empaths have taken that on, and the thing is that stuff's exhausting. It's literally will leave you bone deep tired. And you don't need to do it. And you don't need to do it all on your own. You're not here to be the sponge for all the world's pain and hurts. I always think of Glennon Doyle when her sister says to her, "You've got to stop breastfeeding the world, Glennon." And if we're very mother types, we've got that in our energy. We want to nurture. We want to take care of people. I'm, a stay-at-home mum. That has been my whole role for so long. And I'm the carer. And, I'm an adult child of an alcoholic, and often, I was neglected. And so the thing is, you have to learn to take care of yourself. But I also took care of my younger sister. So I've been in that caring position, that caring role for so long, and it's so ingrained. It's something that I do very unconsciously. This might be happening for you too. You could be over caring, over giving, oversharing over everything. So as empaths, what we need to do is understand boundaries. We need to practice our psychic hygiene. How is our energy? Checking in, seeing how it is, where it is, what it's doing, toning it up, keeping it clean and clear, keeping our aura beautifully pristine, and then checking where do we end and other people begin. looking at, if we are trying to make other people feel more comfortable and checking into their energy, we're more worried about how they are than we are. If we're people pleasing, over giving, we're being hyper vigilant, we're being reactive instead of responsive, and we're getting out of ourselves and into other people's energies, then this is where we head into tricky waters and we get ourselves into trouble, not knowing how we feel about things, what we think about things, and not really valuing ourselves and our thoughts and our feelings and emotions and our energy, and thinking we're not as important as other people, and that thinking that it's our role to make other people feel at ease in our space and in our company, and worrying so much about what we think other people think of us that we just abandon ourselves, our values. We just become so disloyal to ourselves because our need for security is that we need this person to like or to love us or to approve of us so that we can feel okay. Oh my God. There's so much in this, more than what you can cover in a very short, weekly Oracle card video. But if this resonates with you, get in touch with me. I'm building a course about practical spirituality for women, and we will be deep diving on stuff like this. Come and join an Oracle card circle, and pop your questions in there. I don't mind. Go and message me on my page. I love talking about spiritual topics. But yeah, boundaries. I can recommend Nancy Levin, How to Be a Boundary Badass. Debbie Ford's work, Shadow Work. Colette has done lots of work on boundaries. But boundaries, just remember they need to be flexible, but not flimsy. They need to be firm but flexible. And it's always a work in progress. No one gets any of this stuff perfectly right, but just try it. Do it once, do it imperfectly, learn from that, have an experience, find out what worked, what didn't, reflect on it, and do it better the next time. Okay, and then if you chose card number 2, the next right action is Waking the Lion. Isn't this just the most stunning card? It's like, rah! It's very powerful. I always, I'm not a Leo, I'm an Aries, but I just love the whole lion thing. I think too, because Aries are leaders. I mean, why are we mountain sheep? But anyway, that's what I think of us as. Waking the Lion is about courage. It's about being bold, innovative. It's about being an individual. So when you figure out your boundaries and that, it's stepping into your own authentic power. And the other thing is, and you'll see in the clarifier, is we need to understand that sometimes being vulnerable and loving people, expressing unconditional love, is the most courageous act we can have. There's a lot of hate going on. We talk about a hate virus. There's a lot of hate and panic and fear going on in the world. And the antidote to all of that is always love, unconditional love and acceptance. Where can we be the peace agents? I always say to God, let me be an agent of peace, not chaos. Where can we be the peace agents and go into situations with prayer, with love, with a willingness to be of service, with a willingness to be the role models of, divine action, divine inspiration and love in action. Let me be the vessel. We need to remember our divinity, and we need to remember that we're not doing any of this alone. We're empowered by God. We're empowered by us being that divine spark. We're empowered by, our angels and our guides. We're never, ever doing anything alone. We can ask for the thoughts, ask for the inspiration, ask for the guidance. Say, make the way clear. Make your way clear. And thy will be done. So step into those bold actions. It's going to come up for you. If this is your card, if you're watching this right now and you're listening to me speak, this is going to be a theme for you. How to live more courageously. And I chose it. It was 2020. That was my word, was courage. And I went, oh no, it's like picking the strength card in tarot. If you ask for that, then I thought, I could get so many, big obstacles and challenges, because life's going to give me, it's going to respond to what I've asked for. So if I say my word for this year is courage, I freaked out and I was like, no, I can't have that. So then I think I put in peace and wisdom or something, but I was like, It kind of, this is the word for 2020. What more do we need? We need to have courage, and we need to go deep into our faith and trust. When we don't know, when we're in uncertainty, we still got to make those bold moves. It can be tiny baby steps, but it's an act of boldness and bravery to take action when we're full of fear. And I always think of Brene Brown. She's saying, there is no courage without vulnerability. Love it. Okay, you chose card number 3. This is so beautiful too. And the artwork's just incredible. Awakening Genius. So this comes from the Greek belief and idea that within every one of us there is some type of genius wanting to be expressed through us. And I love this. Okay, so we're empathic. We need to learn about boundaries. We need to assert our boundaries and be good with that. We need to take bold, courageous action, whatever that is, however that unfolds in our life. And you'll know it intuitively. It will come up for you. Remember, imperfect action trumps, inaction every time. And then we get this experience because we're engaged with the flow and the unfolding of our destiny, of our karma, of our true purpose here on earth. And that awakening genius unfolds because we are tapped in. Once we become consciously connected to a power greater than ourselves, what that activates is this flow of wisdom and divinity through us. God's demonstrating through us what's possible, and this is where miracles happen. So awakening genius is, you don't have to think of everything yourself. You don't have to come up with all the ideas and everything. You just need to let this stuff unfold. And you need to work on what blocks you. In the big book talks about, this fascinated me for a long time, we're blocked from the sunlight of the spirit. So a teacher used to say to me, it's like if you have blinds and it's a sunny day and you open the blinds, you can see the light come through. But you can also shut the blinds and no light comes through. So, it's kind of that process of understanding where we're at with that and allowing. I can see the awakening genius, but it's more I'm allowing this genius to unfold. Let's be the vessel. That's what I get. Okay, if you chose card number 4, it's Inner Truths. And this is from the Nature's Whispers Oracle. I really like the way the 7 Energies deck and this deck work together. If you've been watching these videos for a while, you'll know that I love mixing decks. I really do. Colette's been doing the seven cards from 7 Energies. I'm not up for that yet. I like to get used to a deck and use it in small ways, even when I'm afraid, because I don't know the deck. I like to challenge myself and be bold, and I like to temper it. So find a sideways way into reading your oracle cards, which is easier for you. Inner truths. Now, this is the clarifier for feeling the world. So we need to go deep into ourselves and say, are we guilty of people pleasing? Are we guilty of throwing ourselves under the bus so that, a situation can work out for somebody else because there's some self-seeking behavior on our part in there? We want something for ourselves. We're afraid we won't get it unless we manipulate a situation. So I know this is a huge life lesson that I've been through. And that, the other inner truth is sometimes I just need to accept that I'm a bit of a standalone character. I'm a bit of a lone wolf. Doesn't mean I can't run with packs every now and then. Doesn't mean I can't find a partner to go and play with. But yeah, essentially I come back to this is my nature. I'm a bit of a lone wolf, and it's a very intrapersonal journey for me with the divine. So inner truths, you're never going to please all the people all the time. I'm not a popular person. I'd rather speak my mind and have my strong opinions than have everyone like me. Sometimes the way that I am and my nature, it does do me a disservice. I've had to walk away from a lot of situations in my life, and I refuse to live, in those people-pleasing situations where I'm being disempowered and I'm being manipulated and used, because that's a control game. And the person who instigates that game and keeps it going is me. So inner truths, don't punish yourself this week, but just let them land. If you become aware of something and it's kind of like those stomach turning things, we never like to admit this stuff, but we're human. we do things. We can be manipulative and controlling. We can be self-seeking. We can betray other people. We can become jealous and angry and hateful and fearful. All these things. This is why we're here to, have the whole human experience. And emotions, aren't they fantastic teachers? So let these inner truths come to you, see that light going through the cave and let them be illuminated, and ask for assistance working through these experiences. Ask for assistance and say, thank your shadow side, because your shadows always come with a gift. Look up Debbie Ford if you're interested in that. They just said, get in touch, have a chat. Okay, if you chose card, number 5, it's Love Matters. Isn't this beautiful? So this is the clarifier for Waking the Lion. So it's giving us further insights and, just clarify, making that message clearer about Waking the Lion. So Love Matters is going back to that, love is the greatest antidote, and whatever the question is, love is the answer. Someone a lot more famous than me said that. So it's about, it takes courage to not react. If someone's, bringing the hate to us, it takes courage to not react and then try and pick flaws in their character or say they're jealous or they're doing it, because of this and that. Like, what if this person is just hurting and in pain? They're mirroring something for us, and we can just bring a whole lot of love to the situation. We can surrender it to God and just say, look, this is going on. This is how I feel about it. I'm not handling it very well. I thank you for coming in here with your wisdom and guidance, and I surrender this whole thing to you. There's a beautiful exercise you can do. I think Petrea King teaches this anyway. It's imagining a beautiful rainbow of light going from your heart, traveling from your heart to the other person's heart. And then the prayer I say is, let there be a river of healing between my heart and this other person's. Let the river of healing flow between us until this situation is dissolved and resolved. It may never be resolved perfectly or exactly how you want it, but I tell you what, that works. And the other thing is seeing yourself in that other person, because you are them and they are you. No matter how much you can't stand them or what they've done, and it's always their behavior, and behavior can change. It could be appropriate or inappropriate, and we're always making judgments about that. So just get in that space. Maybe you need to rant and rave and do the inventory and carry on and whatever, and get things up, vent, get stuff off your chest, but then get to that place where peace won't come between you and this other person, you and this other institution, whatever it is, until you can find a way to surrender it and to be open to letting love come in and heal the situation. Okay. Last card. Thank you for watching along so long. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified. Thank you so much to everyone who shares the weekly Oracle card reading. I also share it on my Facebook page. And for your feedback and comments, which I always read and respond to, and I love. So pause. I think we may have had this not long ago. So pause is in relation to awakening the genius. And what I feel like it is saying, to get in touch with awakening the genius, to get in touch with, that ability we have to connect with the divine and to get in the flow of wisdom and inspiration, is we need to pause, because we have our agenda running, and our program for getting shit done. It runs automatically. I get up in bed in the mornings and I'm straighting stuff. Okay, do this, blah, blah, blah. And we always have our agenda and our plan for the day. Our plan, we can fork, what we're going to do this week, this month, this year, whatever. And the thing is, sometimes we need to pause and create a space, because how can we say we're involved in a partnership with the divine, in a co-creative partnership, if we give the divine no space to be there? It's like you've asked someone to come over to your house and help you put together some IKEA furniture. Then you've grabbed the instructions and you've grabbed the screwdriver or the drill and you've grabbed all the pieces and you're shouldering them out. That's not a partnership. You're not going to build this thing together. That's you taking over and controlling it. So it's more like, let's pause. Let's have a think about this. Let's negotiate and let's share roles. Like, I'm guilty of it. I did it to someone just the other week. I didn't realize. I just took over. And I said, I'll do this, this, and this. And then I had to go back to them and say, oh, I apologize. I just wasn't really thinking. Would you like to do some of the other roles here? And thank God they were really cool about it and said, yeah, they would. And then it's about getting your hands off. You control freaks out there, you know what I'm talking about. Getting your hands off and letting go, that's the hardest part. So start with a pause. All right. I'm Kylie Savage Psychic. This has been the weekly Oracle card reading. Like I said, love for you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. And I trust that you're taking something away from this message that's greatly going to benefit you and your life. Let me know if it does. Thank you.